Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am 2 weeks out, and I say that kind of scaredly, if that's a word. I don't know if that's a word. Just because this past week was really rough. And I don't want to come across as like complaining, because in my last video I did, the 3-week out video, I talked about how it was a really tough week. But this week was a really tough for different reasons. I feel like my 3-week out vlog was very difficult from a physical standpoint. Like I was just struggling with lots of just from a physical standpoint in my 3-week out video, just with energy and all of that, which is to be expected, in prep. But this week was probably the hardest week I've had mentally, and part of that was because I was dog sitting, and so although I was, staying at a house, I had to watch 4 dogs, and I tried my best to adapt my routine to where I was at. I feel like I did a good job at it, but my body was just, I think it was honestly just having to watch after 4 dogs. I'm not used to that, and I think that kind of subconsciously stressed me out a lot, and my body was doing some really freaking wonky things this week. And I didn't pick up my camera because honestly yesterday I just wanted to cry, and the day before I felt the same way. Basically what happened was I wasn't going to the bathroom, and that happens to me sometimes when I'm not at home or when I'm a little stressed. Like I said, I didn't feel stressed, but I think just subconsciously watching 4 dogs was really wreaking havoc on my body. Note to self, I do not need a pet anytime soon. But that is that. So now I am in much better spirits today. I surprisingly woke up, hit a new low, and I'll talk about that later. But my coach actually gave me a couple, I checked in with him on Wednesday. He responded on Thursday and basically pulled my macros up for the next 3 days, or actually 4 days. So today's Saturday. So he pulled them up through tomorrow. He also pulled my cardio back. So I was doing the highest amount of cardio I've ever done. I will put it that way, and eating the least amount of food I've ever eaten last week. And literally what happened was my weight stayed the same, if not went up, which was very frustrating. I think many people can assume that's very frustrating when you are busting your ass and you feel like it's doing the opposite of what it should do. So my coach pulled up my calories, dropped my cardio down a significant amount because he thought my body was stressed, and my weight stayed up. It didn't go up, it just kind of stayed at that upward range yesterday and the day before, and then today I hit a really surprising new low, so I was very pleasantly surprised by that. I am back home now, which is the good news. So I'm gonna kind of take you guys through my day and share some of my, just some of the things I really struggled with this week, because like I said, I didn't pick up my camera because honestly, I was just thinking that I was thinking that in 2 weeks I'm not going to be ready, and that I was going to have to maybe push back my show. So I'm now I am in better spirits because I am home. So I'm going to take you guys through the day, and welcome to my video. All right, friends, I don't know why I'm wearing my headphones. I don't know. I'm just so weird sometimes. Wearing my headphones because I am getting ready to walk to the gym, but I did not need to put them on for this clip. But I am walking to the gym. It's normally a rest day for me, but I'm gonna go and just walk and get some steps, and I am going to sit in the sauna because I mentioned earlier this week I was up a lot in weight from what I think was inflammation, but also I was having a hard time going to the bathroom, and I know I would say TMI, but competitors know that's not TMI. So I'm gonna walk to the gym right now. It's not too far from my apartment. It's a half a mile, and then I'm gonna get in some steps. I'm gonna sit in the sauna, get a good sweat in, and then also probably do some foam rolling and just some mobility and stretch work. So I will probably not film while I'm there. Well, I don't know, maybe I will. But that is what I am going to go do right now. And yeah, I will catch you guys in a bit when I get home. So I know there's a few things I talk about a lot on my channel, but this legit, I love these Versalite packs from PEScience. It's just electrolytes from them, but the black cherry flavor comes in these little single serve packets, and it's so flipping good, just in water, and it's so refreshing. I usually have 2 a day, especially right now, with sweating a lot from cardio, and I live in Florida, it's really hot, it's really humid. I love these, but if there is one underrated product on the PEScience website, I would totally say it's the black cherry Versalite, because this stuff is my jam. I feel like I have to practice willpower by not having several of these per day. It's so good, and I feel like I'm constantly ordering it too. All right, here's what we got going on. Post little active recovery sesh at the gym, just got home. And so I've got 2 white cheddar rice cakes, and I actually, like I say, I cut these out for a while, like rice cakes. I haven't had them in a few weeks, and for no particular reason. It's just my carbs got really, really low, and now my carbs are a little bit higher, but I realized rice cakes just digest so well for me, so I'm gonna keep them in for, you know, at least having a couple a day just for some of my carbs because they digest so well for me. I've got 1 whole hard-boiled egg, I've got 1 egg white, and this on top is nutritional yeast. It is so delicious. If you have not tried it, highly recommend. You can get it at pretty much any grocery store, but it's very rich in B vitamins and also fiber, and it kind of tastes like cheese, so it's really good on eggs. So I've got the eggs on top of the white cheddar rice cakes, and then I've got 2 Brazil nuts, of course. I have the Publix brand white cheddar rice cakes, which I have to say are not as good as the Quaker brand. I'm normally not a brand snob, but like white cheddar rice cakes, the off brand it's never as good. So if you can, get Quaker. But yes, this is what I'm having, and I'm going to sit down. I'm going to watch a little bit of Netflix. I'm currently really obsessed with the show Married at First Sight. It's just such a mindless watch. So I'm gonna sit down and eat this, and then I gotta run some errands later. Okay, so we've got a very bare fridge right now because I've been away for a week, and I don't usually buy like a lot at one time just because like I don't want it to go bad. So I need to live off of more than just egg whites, eggs, apple cider vinegar. I got that because I was having a fruit fly issue, and almond milk. So I'm gonna head to the store, stock up on some staples. I'm gonna head to Sprouts. I'll show you guys what I pick up. I'm not gonna do like a full-on grocery haul, but I am gonna pick up a decent amount to at least get me through today. I swear I always strike gold when I go to Sprouts. So check out this deal, $1.99. It's usually just because it's Best Buy like the next day, but I can easily freeze this. So I am gonna stock up on some chicken breast that is already diced. Just got home from one of my favorite places, Sprouts. So I always get the manager specials. Like the location I go to, there's always these like manager specials, which essentially just means that like the product is gonna be Best Buy like a few days, so they mark it down significantly. So you guys saw that chicken, the diced chicken was $1.99, normally $7.99 for this. The Best Buy date is June 26th, which is 2 days from now, but I'm gonna make one of these today, and then the other 2 I can freeze. So yes, I got 3 things of chicken, normally $24 for all 3 of these, but I got them all for $6. So I am all for a bargain. Second off, I didn't get much, but I did get, some more nutritional yeast. And then I also got this, it's really hard to see in this, well, you can kind of see it, but it's like this Parmesan cheese substitute that Sprouts carries, and the macros are really, really good. Doesn't have any dairy in it. I want to say it's like 1 tablespoon is 1.5 fat and like 1 carb and 2, like maybe 1 or 2 protein, but it's so good. It's another one of those like that kind of like nutritional yeast. It tastes like cheese, but it's got a little bit of a different taste compared to the nutritional yeast. But I got this because, you know, these 2 are always great to add on to eggs or chicken, just to kind of spice things, jazz things up. And then what else did I get? Oh, I got some psyllium husk powder in the bulk section because I do usually take psyllium husk like daily just to keep things regular, just for some extra fiber. And then I got 2 avocados because I have a half an avocado every day. Love avocado. I did get 2 apples. Fun fact, the skin of an apple actually has a decent amount of fiber in it. And my holistic like lady that I work with, she told me the other day to have the skin of an apple when I was telling her that I was a little backed up. And so I just got 2 apples because it's just good source of micronutrients and fiber. So, and then lastly, I got some zucchini because it is one of the vegetables that digests super well for me. So I have zucchini pretty much daily. I usually chop it up and air fry it. So that was my little mini Sprouts haul. I didn't get much, but I'm very, very happy that I got all this chicken for as cheap as I did. Like, that is a steal, and nothing gives me more gratification than like getting such a bargain. So I'm gonna put this all away, and then I'll catch up with you guys later. All right, so now time for a little prep update. So because I always put my progress pictures up, so I'll put them up here. Actually I took these this morning. So I told you guys earlier this week, so of course on my check-in day, I was retaining so much water earlier this week because I told you guys I was really struggling to go to the bathroom because I wasn't at my house, and like that just happens to me. It kind of sucks, but I just know that about myself. And so what I did is I got this tea from Sprouts, and it was like a kind of like a smooth move tea. It wasn't called smooth move, but it had something in it that's supposed to help to like relieve constipation. So I took 2 tea bags, and I had them in my tea right before I went to bed thinking it would help. And I woke up in the morning and like they did the complete opposite. Like I was so watery. I just like when you're really lean, and I'm pretty lean right now, about my stage weight, like any little amount of water shows. And so I woke up and I was so watery. And so I'll put my progress pictures, the ones I put above were of today, and I feel much better. And that's actually, today is when I hit my new low weigh-in. But my coach Paul on, let's say on Wednesday, so I checked in with him on Wednesday. On Thursday, that's when he decided, hey, like your body, it just seems really stressed right now, and so let's take down and not have you do the hours of cardio that you were doing, and let's bring your food up a little bit. And you know, the next day I felt decent. Yesterday I felt decent-ish, and then today I finally feel so much better. And I truly just think it's because I'm back home and in my routine. I'm just so sensitive, I feel like, to being in my routine and just my little life here in my apartment. So I'm so happy to be home. But yes, those are my progress pictures that I just posted. So I'll be honest, I'm feeling just kind of like, I'm just trying to get out of my head. I have severe prep goggles. I just feel like I'm my worst critic, and I have to come to terms with the fact that I'm never going to feel ready, because I don't feel like I'm going to be ready, but I feel like I cannot keep just saying, I cannot keep telling myself, oh, you're not going to be ready, let's push the show date back. Like at the end of the day, I'm never going to feel ready. I just need to do it, get up there and be confident. So that is what I'm going to do. But that's my little physique update. And yeah, I'll wrap up the video soon, but I want to show you guys a couple of last minute things in this video. Out of the bubble bath, and I'm getting ready to make my favorite nighttime sweet treat, which is protein fluff. So I think I put this in like the last video maybe, or 2 videos ago, but I use a scoop of PEScience protein. I'm going to use white chocolate macadamia today, water, ice, and then I blend that bad boy up for like legit 5 minutes. That's the key. It like, you'll blend it for a few minutes and you'll think, oh, it's just icy, but you have to blend it for like 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden it just kind of like fluffs. So I'm gonna make that, and that is my like nighttime sweet treat that I have reintroduced. And I say reintroduced because I used to have this all the time in my 2021 prep, but like 2 weeks ago I started having it again. And it's just something like I look forward to every day. It's all about finding like little things that you can look forward to, and it's a really simple recipe because it's just a scoop of protein, water, and ice, and that is it. I add a little bit of stevia too if I want some more sweetness. So I'll show you guys what the beautiful, glorious end product looks like. Good morning, friends. Oh my gosh, this lighting. I'm sorry. I have this like sunbeam in my face. Okay, it is now the next day and I have to share with you guys. I just stepped on the scale. I like had to do a double take because I'm like, wait, is it broken? Because I legit dropped like 1.5 pounds overnight. And yesterday was a new low too. And I'm just like, I'm so excited because I am, like I mentioned, this past week was so troubling for me. I thought I was not going to be able to do Texas because like my digestion was so out of whack. I was like, my weight was going up and I was so frustrated. And it just goes to show that why I think I've dropped weight within the past 2 days is, one, I'm back home, I'm in my routine. And actually yesterday I didn't film any of this because like, there's nothing to film. I did get a deep tissue massage and I told my guy to go really, really hard on my hamstrings and like my IT band. And it hurt a lot, but a lot of times for me when I get massages, I actually drop weight the next day just from inflammation. And I got that yesterday morning, so I'm so excited. Okay, I hope this lasts, fingers crossed. But before I go off, I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna get some steps in and sit in the sauna again because that was actually really nice yesterday, and I have a little bit of time before I have a few calls. But I just want to talk about how like this past week was just, so I mentioned my last 3-week out video, I was so like physically, that was a really hard week. This past week was such a hard mental week. I tend to, when I'm struggling, I kind of shut down and I'm like quiet. So like I mentioned, I did not feel like picking up my camera at all. I didn't feel like posting anything prep related on my social media feed. Not that I have to, but I was just really concerned that I wasn't gonna be able to like do Texas. And I also was like going through this just like mental phase of like just being really hard on myself and like playing kind of almost like the victim game, which isn't good. But I was like, why is my prep so hard compared to some people I see out there who I've been like started prep, you know, a few months ago, and they're already like, you know, competing, and I've literally been in prep since December and my body is being so annoying. And I started to have that mindset, and then I had to quickly realize, Lexi, that's not doing anything for you. Like, so what if other people started prep 3 months ago and they're already stage lean and their bodies responded beautifully? You're not them, right? What good is it gonna do comparing your journey to theirs? Like, you can get frustrated, but at the end of the day, what's that gonna do, really? And so I had to have that like self-awareness moment with myself, and you know, and that's really what prep is all about. You know, people don't talk about how mentally hard it can be. It's physically, it's challenging, but mentally I think it's much harder because mentally you play a lot of mind games with yourself, and I think you have to be a very self-aware individual. And I think that prep really brings out the mentally weak people, right? When I say mentally weak, like if you're somebody who's just always has a bad mindset and you're always like seeing the worst in things and you're always comparing yourself to other people, like prep is not gonna be a fun time for you. It's not. But I like prep because I feel like it really challenges me, not only from a physical standpoint, but from a mental standpoint. It really challenges me to call myself out and to be very self-aware too. So that's why I do this crazy thing to myself. But anyways, I thought this was a perfect kind of just little segment to wrap this video up with. Hit a new low today, so let's hope that sticks. I truly do think a lot of it has to do with the massage yesterday, though, if I'm being very honest, because it was a pretty major new low today. And like dropping 1.5 pounds overnight is pretty significant, like for where I'm at right now in prep. Like I was not dropping 1.5 pounds in a week, you know, before. So like that's pretty significant. So that also, use that as a sign that self-recovery is really, really important. And I do really, really recommend in prep, if you have the means to do so, getting a deep tissue massage. Like you don't have to get one every week. I try to get one every month. But they can be really, really helpful because after all, like there's only so much you can do through foam rolling to like break up all the inflammation. So without further ado, we are less than 2 weeks out now. It's crazy to say. I'm so like, oh, that's so real. Okay. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and wherever you guys are at in the world, I hope you have a great rest of your day.